What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video party. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because this video we'll be taking a look at an anime that is surrounded by controversy, and that would be Akame Ga Kill. So recently I decided to watch this series for the first time after seeing several videos where people mentioned that this anime is pretty much a kick to the gut. And as it turns out, my brother watched this anime a few years ago when it was first coming out, and I figured it'd be pretty cool if we both watched this together. So this anime was released back in 2014 and follows the story of Tatsumi, who goes on a hero's quest in order to help take down a government that is crippling a kingdom. That is, until he gets a splash of reality when he sees just how cruel, sick, and twisted people can be when he sees what happens to his friends at the end of episode 1. Not gonna lie, I was picking up some Goblin Slayer vibes when I saw just how much blood was spilled at the end of the first episode. But anyway, the story takes off from there as Tatsumi decides to join a group of highly trained assassins known as the Night Raid, who are leading the revolutionary army. And so throughout the show, we see Tatsumi learn on how to be an assassin from each member of the group, while at the same time living life on the run from the Empire, who sends their most ruthless officer, who is very terrifying and attractive at the same time. But anyway, one of the things that I really enjoyed about the show is how it pretty much follows the hero's journey, as we see Tatsumi go stronger with each and every episode, who goes from village boy to freedom fighter. And that's about as much as I liked about the anime. Now, while the story may seem basic and easy to predict, it's not until when we get to around episode 6 where the anime throws its first curveball by killing one of the members of the Night Raid. And when I saw that moment, my jaw hit the floor as I realized that no one is safe in this series. I even remember my brother mentioning that if I was going to be watching this show, I should probably not get too attached to any of the characters. Message received, as this anime feels a lot like Halo Reach, where each member of the team begins to drop like flies, where you are put on the edge of your seat as you are praying that somehow your favorite character will survive. Now, I can understand why the series was going for a shock and awe effect, as it makes the story unpredictable, which is a huge gamble. If you're killing off characters left and right, it'll either A, keep viewers like me invested who want to make sure our favorite characters survive, or B, make viewers rage quit for killing off their favorite characters like cannon fodder. Speaking of which, going back to the show's unpredictability, the characters of this anime, both the good and the bad, are so random. And what I mean by that is I think that the people behind the manga and the anime felt like throwing every type of anime character in this series. If you look over here, we have a high school girl wearing black and red while also carrying a katana. And if you focus your attention over here, we have a high-spirited pink-haired girl carrying an insanely big gun. And to double down on the anime's randomness, I have no idea on where this thing takes place. While at first it may seem like the story takes place somewhere in the Middle Ages, it's not until when you start seeing characters carrying machine guns, wearing superhero armor, and wearing ties. Seriously, I think I saw a few Agent Smiths across this anime as they were wearing business suits, wearing sunglasses, and carrying modern day pistols. I feel like the people behind the show decided to throw in every stereotypical anime character as you get a taste of almost everything. Also, while we were watching this series, I remember my brother telling me that at some point the show has its Game of Thrones drama where the anime begins to surpass the manga and go off on its own adventure. And you can see this in the final 5 episodes of the show, where you start to see the story make some drastic changes where characters start dying left and right, which then leads to the final 2 episodes, which has been known to be very infamous as the story decides to throw all logic out the window. Honestly, watching how the anime ends and knowing that it was straying away from the manga, it makes you wonder what was happening behind the scenes. If you're going to be working on a group project, you may want to make sure that everyone's on the same page, otherwise you end up with a Frankenstein product. And I can see why some fans were very upset as the show decides to throw several gut punches to the point where it kind of makes you want to stop watching the series. But because I was already invested in this anime, I was very determined to see how the story ends, and I gotta tell you, the ending is bittersweet. Sure, a lot of things get resolved as the story wraps things up by letting you know that there's not going to be a second season, but as the credits are rolling, you are still in shock as to who the last ones left standing. But one of the things I enjoyed about the show, which almost redeems some aspect of the story, is how there are heroes on both sides, but since this is war, you can expect a lot of casualties. So overall, I somewhat enjoyed this anime. I think the only reason why I watched this show from beginning to end was the fact that I was watching it with my brother, who helped clarify a few things here and there while also cracking some jokes. But would I rewatch and recommend this anime? Probably not, as the story is all over the place, but from what I've heard, the manga is actually a lot better, so maybe I'll give that a shot. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review for Akame Ga Kill. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you can get always updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye bye.